It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Sears Hometown Store, locally owned and operated right here in Mountain Home.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Wednesday, October 21st, 2020. It's 7 a.m. Good morning and welcome to Down on the Corner program. Hope your Wednesday morning is off to a great day, or a great start, I should say.
A little foggy. Was it foggy when you come in?
Well, let's see. Yeah, I'm on the south side of town, over in 5 South.
It was foggy when I came in.
It wasn't heavy fog, but now I came in by the old Burger King and down the hill just to see how bad the fog was. It's pretty thick in town.
Yeah.
Kent Chevrolet, Pizza Hut, and areas like that, yeah, it's pretty thick. In fact, it's coming down the hill by the Chevrolet dealership, and I thought, I better slow down a little bit because it's getting a little bit heavy right here, you know. So.
A little moisture out there.
Yeah, a little humidity, a little moisture, and but, not bad temperature this morning. Short sleeves,
Didn't have to turn any heat on?
No,
we're good.
That's good.
We're good.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. I think we're going to hit some high temperatures in the 80s today. It's going to be.
Yeah, they were showing like 70-something degrees supposed to be yesterday, and I know at like noon, I'm like, it ain't going to make it.
But it did.
Did it?
Yeah.
By that afternoon, I guess.
Yeah, I was over in on the north side of town over by KTLO area, and it's showing 71 on the dashboard.
All right.
Yeah.
Right. I'll give them that.
All right. Welcome to the Down on the Corner program, and it is brought to you by your hometown Sears store, locally owned and operated, as you see there on the screen. The very best in home appliances, home entertainment, tools, lawn care equipment, and for service on all items, appliances, and on your lawn care equipment. Be sure to call your local Sears store, 870-425-3191, or stop by their store at 1029 Highway 62 East. That's up on the hill behind Wendy's, same parking lot as Orscheln's, out in front of Physical Therapy Connection. Once again, the very best in home appliances, entertainment, home entertainment, tools. They've got DeWalt, Husqvarna, lawn care equipment, Craftsman tools, and then the maintenance and the repair on all the items. Somebody said, was it you or Bob that said they're going all the way up into Missouri now? They're Springfield for service.
They have, yes. Yep.
And so you see it on the screen, locally owned and operated. That means you buy here, you spend your money here, and it's reinvested here in Arkansas, Missouri families, and the money stays right here locally. So when you're in the market for a refrigerator or a new stove, or whatever it may be, dishwasher, check out your local hometown Sears store right here in Mountain Home. Jay and the staff do a great job. They'll bend over backwards to help you. They really will. It's amazing the work that they do and just how dedicated they are to serving the folks here in Arkansas and Missouri. And we want to invite folks from Missouri. If you're up in Ozark County or Howell County, come on down. I'd love to have you visit your hometown Sears store. And surrounding counties of Baxter, you're always welcome here to shop not only your hometown Sears store, but come visit us over here in Mountain Home. Love to have you stop by. Your hometown Sears store, locally owned and operated. You want to add some 2 cents worth on that one?
Well, the biggest thing, like we've talked about for them, is the maintenance.
Yeah.
That they do maintenance on anything, whether it be appliances, mowers. It doesn't matter the brand. It doesn't matter where you bought it from.
Yeah.
They truly want to help, and they can trust me. He knows what he's doing. He's done this for years, and he can repair anything.
Wow. Your local hometown Sears store, locally owned and operated. And like I say, they're going to bend over backwards to help you. They really will. They're just totally dedicated to their clients, their customers. And you'll see the ad run sometime throughout the show. They'll have KitchenAid appliances, Kenmore appliances, Whirlpool, name brands, nationally known brands right here at your hometown Sears store. Once again, they're at 1029 Highway 62 East. You can call them at 425-3191, your local hometown Sears store. I'm enjoying Brewed Awakening coffee. You can do the same thing. They have 3 locations to serve you the best coffee in town. You've got, of course, the main entrance to the hospital. They have to follow the COVID-19 rules and regulations there. But other than that, they got 2 drive-thrus, Bomber Boulevard and then 62 East Plaza. And right now it's 7:04. Bomber Boulevard probably not as busy now as what it will be within, say, 30 minutes or so. But went out and I got some more coffee for the studio here. And somebody had asked, can you just buy a bag of beans, roasted coffee beans, and
what was the answer?
Grind them yourself? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And they will give you can buy it by the pound, the half pound, or whatever. and boom, you've got Brewed Awakening coffee at home.
There you go.
They'll even grind them for you and give you your coffee in the bag or whatever, or you grind the beans yourself. So you can stop by any of the drive-thrus and talk to Mike or any of the staff there, and they can help you out. I mean, if you want to do it at home, fine. But yes, that is an option. So they do have the mochas, the lattes, the frappuccinos, the pumpkin spice, and all the other goodies out there. And they were busy yesterday out at the 62 East location.
Were they?
Mm-hmm. Yep, they were staying busy.
All right, drink of the day is called a shot in the dark.
Ooh.
It's a chocolate Grinch or hot chocolate. Chocolate Grinch hot chocolate with a shot of espresso. Shot in the dark.
Only at Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. Like Mike at Brewed Awakening says, hey, man, we're real coffee. We are real coffee.
A chocolate Grinch.
Chocolate Grinch.
Hot chocolate. There you go.
Tempting.
They have got so much over there. I mean, one of these days I got to get you to bring up the menu so we can actually show the menu on the screen.
I'll do that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Looking at it, I mean,
good idea.
They got everything.
Brewed Awakening Coffee is the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. As Mike at Brewed Awakening says, hey, man, we are real coffee. Stop by the studio here and have coffee with us sometime. We've got plenty of chairs back here behind the cameras, coffee mugs over here, and come by and watch the show with us. Enjoy a cup of Brewed Awakening Coffee. We're at 1226 Commerce Drive in Mountain Home. You're always welcome to stop by. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in the state of Arkansas, one in Memphis, Tennessee. Here in town, you talk to Bruce, Brad, Charlotte, Chris. Anyone there can help you. It's always a sad time when somebody passes away, a family member, loved one, friend, whatever it may be. And that's where Roller Funeral Home comes in. They know what to do. They're caring, understanding, loving, and with all our respect, they will serve you very, very well. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. I can't say enough good things about the Roller Funeral Home folks. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. It's time now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, imagine with me a world where we actually followed your commands. Just think, what kind of a world would we be living in if Abraham Lincoln or John F. Kennedy had not been killed? What kind of world would we live in if there were no pride or greed? What if no one had wanted power, authority, or fame? What kind of world would it be? The problem is, Lord, that we disobey God's commands, we create our own problems, and then we try to solve them ourselves. If we would only listen to God's words and commands and obey. Lord, my prayer today, bring our nation back to God, and may we start obeying his words. And that's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
And now,
here it comes.
Dun, dun, dun.
What was that last note?
Dun.
A flat?
Dun.
Who knows?
Who knows?
It's out there somewhere.
And if you're a music person, please do not comment.
It's a good thing we don't have 10 people that like those 3.2 signs. You'd have a minus in front.
What do you mean, 10? I know.
Yeah. Morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retiretoarkansas.net. And I have a feeling we're going to have lots of fog this morning over the White River. We have lots of fog over Cotter.
There is some fog in Cotter.
Yeah. About like that in front of Pizza Hut this morning in Mountain Home. Let's take a look at the other shot taken in September, late September, early October, a couple years ago. This is actually what we're looking at. The camera's mounted in Marion County, Arkansas, looking into Baxter County. Of course, the counties are separated by the river. The 62-412 bridge on the left side of the screen, and Cotter, Arkansas, in the middle part of the screen. As you see the river go around the bend right there, going around Cotter as it heads on down towards Norfolk and Calico Rock.
Let me tell you, though, if you guys will go to their website and go to this link right here where it's foggy, when that sun starts cutting through, it makes the most beautiful shots.
Oh, don't you know? And you can see in the upper right-hand part of the screen, it's a little bit lighter right there than it is on the left side of the screen, so the sun's already starting to take effect there.
It'll make a difference.
It'll make a difference.
It'll make a beautiful picture.
So you go to retiretoarkansas.net, you look at the live webcam, and at the lower right-hand side, Excuse me, you'll see a little camera icon, and you can take pictures throughout the day of the various shots, and you can share them with friends or family or use them for a desktop or screensaver. And while you're at retiredarkansas.net, take a look at all the listings they have, not only with the Z Team, but through Century 21 Lemac Real Estate and the MLS, the multiple listing service for this area, both in Arkansas and Missouri. And so the team is assembled, ready to help you, ready to serve you today. You call them at 870-405-0793. And like I said, Arkansas and Missouri, whether you're in Marshall or Mountain View, Arkansas, Mountain View, Missouri, or Gainesville, give them a call. They're going to help you today. Pack your bags before you call because they're going to sell the house.
You know, we talk about how the MLS is so low because homes are selling so quick. And, you know, a lot of times there's already so many homes active contingent before it even hits the market. But with all joking aside, it is so important now to get a professional team like the Z Team to come in and take those pictures. Because that's where people are looking at your home is online right now. I mean, they're out of state. They're looking. A lot of them are buying them sight unseen. So
that's right.
Get the Z Team out there. Let them get you some good pictures. Let them give you a good kind of portray
Linda do the staging.
and
Linda's a
and
professional
get it
stager. Set
where
that home up. Yeah.
people will look at it. People
There you
will
go.
buy it.
Yeah. Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team for all your real estate needs. The award-winning Z Team, Outstanding Service Awards, nationally recognized real estate team. Bob and Linda Zadora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. So here we go. 57 in Mountain Home, 59 at Harrison, 59 at Batesville. It's already 60 over at Salem. Calico Rock at 57, 61 in Flippin, 59 in Marshall, 60 at West Plains, 54 in St. Louis, 52 at Poplar Bluff, 55 in Springfield. And here we go. Watford City, North Dakota, 18.
They deserve it for
They
living
got
there.
snow and everything else up there. In fact, you know, if I knock out these temperatures on the screen, you can see right up here Bismarck, Minot, Grand Forks, Fargo, all that with winter weather alerts up there in the northern part of the country. So I'll take my 50-something degrees here. And once I refresh this and reset it, I've only refreshed it about 40 times this morning. It always does this. Every time we take that camera shot, the national radar.
Got to keep it fresh.
Got to keep it fresh. You can see the winter precipitation up in North and South Dakota, mainly right now in South Dakota, all the way down into Omaha, Nebraska. Then a line of showers from Wichita back through the middle part of Missouri, skirts through just portions of Illinois, then across Indianapolis and north of Columbus, Ohio. In the Cleveland area, Toronto, Ottawa, and back up into Montreal. Kind of skirting the New York area, mainly around Buffalo, New York. So in Arkansas, see what we got. See if we can pick up anything. Looks like everything's clear. 62, 412 highway, 65 to Branson, 67, 167 going up into Batesville on up into Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Your interstates 30, 40, 49, 30, 40, 49, 55, 555, and 530 in Arkansas clear at this time. See I-40 at Memphis, I-155 at Dyersburg, looking good there. Move up into Missouri. Shower activity possibly along I-55 just northwest of Cape Girardeau. Highway 67 around Greenville, Missouri, Fredericktown, and Farmington with some shower activities there. Then west central Missouri on I-49 between I-44 and I-70 with some showers all the way back up into around Columbia and Jeff City. That could affect portions of Interstate 70. And north of that, not much going on, so I-29 clear at this time. Over in the St. Louis area, Belleville, East St. Louis, Illinois, light showers around Cahokia, Collinsville, Belleville. Interstate 64 going over to Mount Vernon. Looks like it's in pretty good shape with just scattered showers between there. Showers around Greenville, Illinois, Centralia, Illinois, is just scattered here and there. Southern Illinois, not too bad. And just light showers all throughout the area. We have dense fog advisory, north Arkansas, north central Arkansas, northeast Arkansas, southern Missouri, northwest Missouri, southwest Iowa. 7-day forecast, dense fog this morning. Then we have a 20% chance of showers. High of 81 today, 84 tomorrow, 77 on Friday. But that ushers in a 50% chance of showers Friday, Friday night, and Saturday, 50, 30, and 20% from basically Friday into Saturday. So we need the rain. So
Football game night may be wet.
it could be. It makes it more exciting.
It doesn't for the camera crew, especially when they got us outside on a platform.
You guys gonna be soggy. State of Arkansas highways are in good shape. Traffic moving pretty good right now. Missouri Department of Transportation, everything looking good. You guys go get wet if it does.
To figure out something, we got camera equipment.
Yeah,
out
you got
there.
expensive equipment out there. Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Oh, yeah. Bull Shoals Lake at 658.47 is half foot below 659. Norfolk Lake sitting at 553.64. 1 2/3 feet above 552. It's looking good right now. Pollen index today is low. Ragweed 2.3, 2.2 tomorrow. Then our good buddy, Arkansas Department of Health, the COVID updates for the 6-county area: Baxter, Marion, Searcy, Stone, Izard, and Fulton. Active right now are 366 with 1,625 recovered. That's 0.034% of the population statewide. Now, bear with me a minute. Take a look at this. Right now in the state, there's 100,441 with confirmed cases, 94,418. But recovered is 90,283, which is 89.8%. Now, if we go over here to hospital information, in the state of Arkansas, there's only 627 people hospitalized. Sounds like a lot, but when you're looking at a state with 3.2 million people, the percentages are low. People in ICU are 257, on ventilators 96. Now, when we take a look at the graphs, if you look on the right-hand side of the screen, in the last 6 weeks, cases by date of result, October 20th, is a lot lower than what it was the first part, as you see right here. And we go all the way back in. We're actually, right now, we're at the lowest point since September 20th. And one other thing I wanted to look at on your active cases, right now in Arkansas, there's 8,422 active cases, but active confirmed is 7,159, with active probable at 1,263. So when we look at this at 100,441, when your active cases right now, the active confirmed cases in the state, 7,159. That's according to the Arkansas Department of Health. Baxter County with 96 active, Marion with 17, Searcy with 13, Stone with 7, 182 in Izard, and Fulton with 51, a total of 366 active cases in the 6-county area. Crude oil prices are up just a little bit at $40.97 per barrel. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was up 113.37 points to close at 28,308.79. And that closing price is recorded at 5:08 Eastern Time yesterday. The weather, the morning updates, is all brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zador, for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793, retiredtoarkansas.net. Coming up, Dan Hall, Elesha Granniss are going to be talking to veterans today, so stick around. Be right back.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. Oh, there she is, Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox. Safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. 4-wheel suspension. Handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Hi, we're Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, and we'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z Team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z Team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiretoarkansas.net.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment, their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
$7:23. Dan and Elesha are here talking the veterans programs again. Welcome back. Good to see y'all. How you doing?
Doing well.
Yeah.
You staying out of trouble in all this voting season? And
oh, yeah. Laying low.
I went ahead and voted Monday, first day, so I did my thing.
You're done. Good.
We got some interesting things happening with our transportation system. You know, after the COVID hit in April, VA stopped the majority of face-to-face contacts and tried to do as much as they could by telemed, which meant that there was less need for our transportation system. Ridership in January, February, and March was 42 in January, 49 in February, 22 in March, and then it cut down. For the whole month of April we had 9 riders, and in June we had 5. They're now starting to have some of their appointments face-to-face. Our regular van schedule is going down there to Little Rock and North Little Rock on Monday and Thursday. However, the other 3 days, if somebody needs transportation down there, we have volunteer drivers available that will make a trip to haul one person if they need to. We have 7 active drivers right now. And I want to tell you who they are. Dave Ferguson, Frank Kay, Jerry Klaus, Jim Lantrip, Wayne Larson, Ferris Magnuson, and Richard Poole. and we really appreciate the time and energy these people put into providing this service. And then we have 4 people that actually go in every day and do the manifest, check the answer machine for messages of people that will need transportation. And those people are Dave Wagner, Paul Craig, Rick Bondi, and Marianne Lockman. So our van system is still up and running. I really have anticipated that with Mission Act of 2018, when we have more and more veterans able to be seen locally, that we'll have less need for transportation, and that's great. But the vans are still available, even if we need to use them for individual transportation locally. So
there for a while, you spent a lot of miles in them vans.
Yeah, well, a little less. We have one new van that hasn't been picked up yet. We bought it, and it went to Cold Springs, Kentucky, to our headquarters, and got the wraps put on it. The issue right now is VA getting drivers up there to pick them up, because our drivers don't want to fly, and so they have to figure out some way to get them. But we have one new van coming, and of course mileage, they'll last a little longer with this less mileage. There's one other thing that I want to make sure that veterans are aware of. If you have co-pays for visits or for prescriptions, what have you, in April they stopped billing co-pays, and I don't think there's no indication at this point that you're excused from those monies. It's kind of like it's accumulating.
Right. Yeah.
And you need to be aware that sometime after January, when they go back to sending statements out, you might get a statement with 6 or 7 months worth of, or 8 months worth of billings for your medications if you had a copay, or visits that had a copay. So don't get real shocked if all of a sudden in February you get this statement and you owe several $100s. So.
And with that, though, if in fact, based off of everything that's going on this year, that you have financial hardship, contact your county service officer, because there is a waiver that we could submit to see if they would possibly either reduce that or waive it or do payment plan.
That was great information, because I was going to ask you about that, because what it says here is you may still get a bill. Doesn't say you will, it says you may, and so we need to be thinking about that.
Definitely. It's like right now, if same thing on the debt side of it, if a veteran or a claimant owes a debt, they've stopped that. But if they start, next year, depending on what it is, if they start to recoup it again, based off of, there's paperwork we have to fill out. We have to basically show what's coming in and what's going out, like a budget. And if it shows that more is going out than coming in, a lot of times they'll grant that waiver. So just to kind of keep that in mind, of course, be prepared to pay it. But if things come around, every county has a veteran service officer, and that's what they're trained for. They know exactly what to do and how to submit that financial hardship form. So,
and we do around Christmas time every year, we do a driver's appreciation dinner, where we provide a dinner and a meeting and a appreciation for those drivers. We normally do that in December. I'm not sure yet if we're going to be able to do that this year. Finding a place to cater something with 20 or 25 or 30 people is a little difficult at this time, but we'll see in the next month or so if we're going to be able to do that this year. But we'll figure out some way to appreciate those folks.
Yep. So we had it. We're learning new ways to do things that we've done, in the past. And one of the things is every year, all the county veteran service officers from around the state go to Little Rock, and we do annual training. And it's intense training. We get briefers from all over the U.S. We have briefers coming from Washington, D.C. itself. Undersecretary of the VA did our briefing. So we had that the 29th of September through the 1st of October. And the service officers had the choice to either come down there to Little Rock and participate in the face-to-face training, or they could call in via Zoom. And the participation was amazing. We also, community partners service organizations, the DAV. So here our local chapter sent 2 of their service officers. The VFW out of Bull Shoals sent one of their service officers. So it was an outstanding training. We had, I think it was out of the 75 counties, there were like 56 represented, which is wonderful. And that was just the in-person. And then we had all of the Zoom as well, those partnerships. So great training, and trying to stay on track with how the VA changes things. So when the Mission Act was implemented, and Dan talked about that, where they approved for the community care so veterans can be seen local. Well, part of that package was the Caregiver Act. It just took longer to implement that. So that kicked off the 1st of October. So this month, the Caregiver Act is now in effect, and I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit. So to make sure I'm using all of the right terminology, I went to the VA's website. So
do you need to use this computer?
Oh, yeah, I mean, that would be awesome.
Why don't we take a break?
Okay.
You sit here and I'll swap seats and you can run this computer.
Perfect. Okay, we can do it.
We're going to take a break and swap chairs. Be right back.
Driftwood Lanes. Fun happens here.
Did you know when you shop at Sears Hometown Stores, you are supporting your local community? That's right. Your local Sears Hometown Store is locally owned and operated by one of your neighbors. Their store offers the best of what Sears has to offer with the top brands and appliances, tools, and lawn and garden. They also offer great financing options that work no matter what you need. Remember to stop by your local Sears Hometown Store today and support a local member of your community.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we're here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we have installed a convenient drive-through window for all your to-go and pick-up orders. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and ask us about our daily specials for a low price to feed the whole family. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
At MSI, they're not just another trash service. They're your friendly, family-owned and operated trash service, providing residential, commercial, and roll-off pickup. MSI offers competitive rates and services 5 counties in the north-central Arkansas area. Various dumpster sizes available for commercial and accommodating you with weekly pickup for your convenience. Call Tammy or Kathy today at MSI. MSI Trash Service, small enough to know you and large enough to service you.
7:34. Alicia's over there. She's got my computer. All right, Alicia.
All right, so I went to www.caregiver.va.gov. So if we can go to that screen, I'm going to kind of go through this.
Yep.
All right, so the Caregiver Support Program, they expanded it, and it started on the 1st of October. So I'm going to just go over some of the information from this program. So first of all, it would be, I'm clicking on the fact sheet because who should consider applying or who qualifies. So veterans who incurred or aggravated a serious injury, including a serious illness in the line of duty in the active military, naval, or air service, or on or after September 11th, 2001. So that's what it was prior. The Caregiver Support Program was for those individuals after September 11th, 2001. Now the expansion is or before May 7th, 1975. So what it entailed was, all those other veterans who had incurred injuries or conditions, so like Agent Orange exposure and having different serious illnesses due to those exposures, weren't eligible for this program, and that wasn't right. And so they had to change the law, and that's what they did. So they expanded it for those members, those veterans prior to 1975. That's this rollout. Now, you may be thinking, well, what between 1975 and 2001? What about those veterans? That rolls out in 2 more years. So right now, this is the first phase of that expansion. So
what's the thing with what happened in 75?
That's when Vietnam was over. And so that's what they consider those, so that it's up through Vietnam.
Yeah.
So with it, who should consider applying? A veteran who has a single or combined service-connected disability rating of 70% or more. So first, they have to be service-connected at 70% or more, and they're in need of in-person personal care services for a minimum of 6 continuous months based on either their inability to perform an activity of daily living, which is dressing, bathing, feeding, toileting, things like that, or they need supervision, protection, or instruction, which means a functional impairment that directly impairs their ability to maintain their personal safety. So that's more of, we're seeing it a lot with post 9/11, those with the TBI injuries with the brain, it causes dementia later on in life and things like that. And so that's where maybe they don't have the inability to perform some of these, but they need to be there. They have Alzheimer's or dementia caused by their service-connected disability, and so they need a caregiver to help take care of them because they can't do it on their own. And so this expands it to help those caregivers. So what is it that is offered to the caregivers taking care of our hero veterans? So first of all, this program entitles them to education and training to help train them on how to take care of the veteran. Access to healthcare insurance for that caregiver if the caregiver is otherwise uninsured. Mental health counseling for the caregiver. A financial stipend, which is, that helps pay them for their time because maybe they had to quit a job to take care of this veteran. And now so definitely that financial stipend is huge. Respite care, because now they're taking care of this person 24/7 possibly, and they need a little bit of a break. So the VA offers respite care assistance, wellness contact, and then travel and per diem compensation when traveling for a veteran's VA healthcare appointment. So this is a great, great program that is now, like I said, we're in the very first month, so I'm sure there's going to be some ups and downs and some bumps along the way. So if people have questions, they can, every VA hospital facility, so Fayetteville, Little Rock, Poplar Bluff, Memphis.
Has there been any consideration in this caregiver program to Social Security And the reason I ask is we've had situations, and one of the reasons we fought so hard for this caregiver program, we had family members who pretty much their whole life was taking care of this 100% disabled veteran, and then he passes away and they get to be retirement age and they weren't even eligible for Social Security because it hadn't worked.
Right.
In this caregiver stipend thing, is that counted toward Social Security income, or do you know?
I don't know. I'll have to look into that. I'm not sure. There is a fact sheet, and I'll go back in just a minute to it. So remind me, Dan. There's a stipend chart that I wanted to kind of look at. But as far as the Social Security, I'm not sure. Since it's a stipend and not, I don't know if they consider it income, like if it's taxed or whatever. Maybe it'll say it on that fact sheet. So they can definitely, every facility has a caregiver support coordinator, so they can call them. Now, since it's fairly new, I'm sure that they have lots and lots and lots of people calling them. So there's also a national number. I've been advising people to call the national number first, just because they have more people on board to answer those questions. And it's here on this fact sheet, but that's 855-260-3274. Or you can go online, like I did, to va.gov, and I just searched caregiver program, and then it came up. Or you could go to www.caregiver.va.gov, and that takes you right to the page. So I'm going to get out of this fact sheet and go into, so they have like the application process fact sheet, the eligibility criteria, and then the monthly stipend. So I wanted to pull up the monthly stipend, because really that's probably one of the most asked about, is how much it would be. So it looks like, okay, so here we go. The stipend is defined as a monthly financial payment provided to the primary caregiver of an eligible veteran. The payments on the definition of monthly stipend, which means the Office of Personnel. Oh, so they pay them at the annual rate for a GS grade 4 step 1, based on the locality pay area of which the eligible veteran resides. So that's what the rate is a GS 4 step 1. So that's it. So that's what it would be, the payment. Let's go.
It almost sounds like it would be some sort of a salary that would be.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I mean, that's what they're using it
GS4,
for.
yeah.
GS4 schedule. And then how do I apply? So, because they have to apply. So you and the veteran will need to apply together and participate in an application process to determine if you're eligible for the program of comprehensive assistance for family caregivers. You'll both need to sign and date the application and answer all the questions for your role. And they can apply online right now on this site. They can also apply by mail, filling out this form 1010CG, and they can also do that through their county service office. So those, in that training that we just had, we went over this information with them, so the county service officer can assist them with filling that out. But if people prefer to do it on their own, you can do it online, you can do it this way, print it out, and then mail the form. So the Health Eligibility Center is in Atlanta, Georgia. So that's where, even if we sent it to Little Rock would then turn around and send it to Atlanta, because they're the ones who are the approvers of this this program. So
really, that information is readily available on
va.gov. This is the most up to date. I mean, they are really, like, here's the form here. It takes you right to it. It gives instructions. Okay, read before you start. This is what our service officers are trained in, so they know all of this. But then again, with all the day of technology we were talking about, things have changed. You might not be able, because you're the caregiver, you can't get out. You don't want to expose your loved one to the
the flu or whatever that's going on local, so you can get online and do it this way. And so there's the instructions.
Dr. Wolfer is my vice commander at DAV chapter, and he's also the service officer for VFW. He attended that training, and I got a lot of really good feedback on it.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. And with it, there's a test that they have to take. So it isn't just, hey, let's come down to Little Rock for 3 days and then go back home and whatever. No, there's a test. And this year, as opposed to other years where it was multiple guess, this one was fill in the blank, and you had to actually use your brain and not say, okay, if in doubt, choose C kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And so, and the majority of, I would say the average score was like 89. So, I mean, that's amazing. And we had, Charlie Leonard got 100.
Oh, no.
I'm like, oh, right. Actually got 105 because he did the bonus question.
All right, Charlie.
Show off.
I know, right? So anyway, and I was talking to Dan before coming on the air, but after I leave here, I'm going down to Melbourne because we have a new veteran service officer. Her name is Melissa Terrell. And so I trained her last month. She went to the training. She scored like in the 90s too. And it was, she just learned how to spell ADVA. And but anyway, I go down there once a month for my new service officers, and we just sit through and look through cases and answer whatever question she has. So, yep, it's been.
I have to ask this question though. Why is it so complicated for veterans? I've asked this many times.
I don't think it's complicated. I just think there's so many programs out there that it's just overwhelming. And that's,
why can't we, you served 4 years, 8 years, 10 years, 12 years, 20 years. You served. Give them the benefit.
Yeah, well, it has to be, though. I mean, you served, but, you served 4 years, but then 10 years later you got in a car accident and got whiplash. You can't file a claim for that because your service didn't cause it. And that's the thing is the VA needs, so for us filing for compensation, it's, okay, let's make sure that your service caused it. Can we get that that proof? Because as far as being, taxpayers on the other hand, they don't want to be paying for someone's care and it wasn't something that their service even caused. So.
And yet they produce so many reams of, when they promulgate regulations following the act that gets passed, that takes years. Mm-hmm. And then for every provider, there's probably 20 technocrats that take care of the bureaucracy. So, which, by the way, Senate Bill S-85 was passed by both houses unanimously and went to the president for signature. It's signed, and that's also short title referred to as the Colonel John Hammond mental health deal. And that section 201 in there basically is Mountain Home Arkansas's framework for suicide prevention program.
That's awesome. I mean,
bill that Senator Bozeman introduced last year, 1906, became part of this bigger mental health. It's an awesome piece of legislation, but I haven't gotten real excited yet because, like I said, it always takes VA a little bit of time to promulgate regulations to go along with the act, and so we'll see. But part of it's going to require the VA to provide some local grant funding to programs in the community, much like what we've done here in the suicide prevention.
So the basis of that bill was what you worked on here?
Yes.
And the thing is, Dan and his team, I mean, think about it. When we had the Mission Act, right? And the whole framework for that was from Mountain Home because of the ruralness. And then, so they take that program.
2010 or 12, when did you start the Mission Act?
I actually wrote that proposal, what I called the VA/private provider partnership, when I was talking about Mountain Home Arkansas and VA. And that was in, I think, November of 2015. Because we were already into 1 year of the very temporary Choice Act, which was a 3-year program. That was going to expire, by that time in a year and a half, and so nobody was that concerned about implementing it. It was going to go away anyway. It was temporary. So the original writing that we did was to make that permanent, and where we envisioned VA Little Rock be able to contract with Baxter Regional Hospital and provide care here. Well, everybody liked the idea, and by the time they got done with it, 2 years later, it was the Great Mission Act of 2018. So we've had, and of course, I got to tout our hospital. Right before this COVID thing hit, the Baxter Regional Hospital was doing everything they could to become the provider of choice for veterans in this area. So there's been a lot of good things happen. As you know, most everything's kind of been muffled or curtailed during the COVIDs, but we'll get past this.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is about it is, this little rural area, we think of it, the U.S. thinks of it as small, but just the change that's coming out of our area that impacts veterans around the world is just amazing. So I definitely want to do a shout out and a thank you to Dan, because he is tireless.
Well, how many times have we seen Dan in the last 10 years with stacks of papers coming in? We're working on this and working on this, paper clips everywhere, Well, we've been working on this since 08, and this since 09, and this since 10, and now it's come to fruition.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've gotten a lot of help. We've spent 10 years developing relationships with the people in Little Rock that run VA, the director down there, Margie Scott, and with ADVA, with Gina and Colonel Todd. So there's been a lot of networking and coordination, and I think when ADVA created the 9 district offices and we hired Elesha, there was some huge changes that happened, and veterans are getting a whole lot more.
You can see the improvements.
Yeah, it's taken a while, but it's really coming along.
Yeah.
Let's grab that break. It's 7:51 and a half. I need more coffee. I will be right back.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. Oh, there she is, Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox. Safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. 4-wheel suspension. Handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
7:54, finishing up the program with Dan and Elesha. Y'all, what's left to talk about?
I think you turned your mic off.
Oh, did I?
Button on the very top.
Yeah. Ooh. There we go.
So when I was
think the battery went dead.
Uh-oh.
I got you.
So another thing that we had, training that we had at our annual convention was about VA home loans. And it was actually the director for home loans for the VA. And he came in and did a great, outstanding presentation. And there's one page of slides that was my huge takeaway, and I wanted to kind of go over that. Is the VA offers a variety of home loan guarantee programs for active duty service members, veterans, National Guard, and reserve members. So what that is they assist with the purchase of loans to help an individual purchase a home at a competitive interest rate, often without requiring a down payment or private mortgage insurance. And so that's the first thing is people say, hey, you know, how do I get this loan? Well, they still have to get approved through a lender, but then what it is the VA actually guarantees that if that loan goes into default, the VA will pick it up. And so that is a huge safety net for these lenders, and that's why they want to participate in this program. There's over 1,200 lenders in the program, with the top 10 lenders making up 39% of all loan volume. So that's amazing. Another thing is, and I had a couple questions about this, it's kind of funny how I get training and then like the next day or the next week someone asks me something that specifically I learned about, and it was the interest rate reduction refinance loan. It's also called the Streamline Refinance Loan, that can help a homeowner obtain a lower interest rate by refinancing his or her existing VA loan. So now,
Bob Zadora and Sam McMasters went through some program like that.
Yep. And so they are certified through the VA, and that's and so that's something to know, is it isn't just a home loan. You can also refinance your loan. Your loan, and the VA will help with that. Another thing that I didn't know about is the cash out refinance loans that allows a homeowner to borrow against their available home equity. And this was an interesting tidbit, is in fiscal year 2019, over 1.44 million requests were made online for certificate of eligibility, with nearly 975,000 receiving automatic issuance with a 68% success rate.
Wow.
So basically what it is, and what that's talking about, the certificate of eligibility, is you apply for that through the VA. The VA says, yes, you're eligible for this, and it's a paper you take to your lender, and then they work on that. So through the certificate of eligibility, typically it's the lender who can issue that, or request it through the VA. You can do it on e-benefit. Another thing is that partnership we were talking about. We're working on the county service officers getting a portal to be able to do that as well from their office. So instead of when they go to the service officer saying, hey, can you help me apply for a certificate of eligibility, and we fax it off, we're actually able to go in and request it from our desk. And so that's something great that we got from that training. So
1 minute?
Yeah.
One more minute.
So I'm just going to give them real quick the phone numbers to their county service officers if they have questions. Charlie, Baxter County, is 425-8155. Carla in Marion is 449-5401.
And if you need a power chair, I still have a couple available for a veteran. You can use them as long as you need them, and when you're done, give them back. My number is 421-2322.
Oh, that we can say goodbye.
Bye.
Did Phil ever solve his mobility issue?
No.